One of the things that we've seen is when a new rep comes into Encore, oftentimes they feel like they have a little bit of freedom. They typically don't work until the afternoon unless they have a morning meeting. And they tend to stay in bed, not do a lot. And then when it comes time to go to work, they get up, they throw a shirt on, and they roll out to the area that they're meeting for the day. And they don't often get themselves into a position that helps them to have a powerful day. So what we champion here at Encore is creating some sort of morning routine. The purpose of the morning routine is to get you up and get you moving and start creating wins for yourself before you ever get out on the doors. Some of the things that most of our salespeople and leadership team do are waking up early, moving your body, whether you're going for a walk, going to the gym, doing yoga, whatever it is. We want you to get up, get your blood pumping, start moving so that you can wake yourself up and then move into the rest of your day. Some of the other things that people will typically do is they're going to read a book, meditate, pray, something along those lines, just to be able to start creating solid wins for yourself and get yourself into a really solid mental state. So by the time you hit the doors later in the afternoon, you feel in an empowered state and you're able to go out and have a really powerful day. So one of the things that we found over the course of our careers in the direct sales industry is that it's really important to stay consistent to a daily schedule when you're actually out on the doors. There's a few best practices that we've been able to implement as we've been out there knocking doors that we have found to help us be very successful. The first one is make sure that you spend at least 5 hours physically knocking on doors every single day. Not commuting out to the area, not taking breaks or spending time on social media, but actually physically knocking doors for 5 hours. This gives you enough time to be able to talk to enough people and be able to set enough appointments for yourself to be able to make a great living. The second thing that we found that really helps you to find success in this is to turn off all distractions. Don't sit there and text your friends, turn off social media, don't have on any other apps that are going to pull you away from your focus of being on the doors and striving to set appointments during that time. This can be one of the most valuable things that I found for myself. Oftentimes, I'll even put my phone in airplane mode so that I can just focus in on the doors and not have any other outside distractions coming in. The last thing that I have found that has really helped me a ton as I'm out on the doors is I split my day up into 4 different time frames. Oftentimes, if we're just looking at the whole 5-hour time block, it can sometimes be a little bit daunting knowing that you're going to be knocking doors for 5 hours. But what I found is by splitting it up into smaller time frames, it helps me to really focus during those blocks. The first time frame for myself is from 3 until 5 o'clock. So from 3 until 5, I put my nose down and I go and I work hard. I talk to as many people as I can and I set as many appointments as I possibly can during that time. Once 5 o'clock hits, I take about a 10 to 15 minute break. I go back to my car. I'll typically have a cooler with some water, some snacks in there. And then from there, once it hits 5:15, I'm back at the doors. And I go once again until 7 o'clock for just a little under 2 hours. And I go hard. I don't focus on any outside distractions. I'm simply focused on being on the doors during that time. From there, once 7 o'clock hits, once again, I'll take a 10 to 15 minute break, grab a drink, grab a snack, and then I'm back at it until dark. Now, obviously that changes depending on the season of the year that we're in. This is a schedule that I would work if it were the summer months. So I'll go until dark. So whether that's 8 o'clock, 8:30, just depends on where you are, what part of the country, I'll go all the way until dark. I'll take a quick break, I'll clear my head, and then I'm gonna go back at it again for 30 minutes past dark every single day. The reason that I do that is because I want to make sure that I have enough opportunity to talk to as many people as possible. A lot of people don't get home until a little bit later. Sometimes people won't answer the door, and sometimes they will, and that's okay. But as you learn to knock past dark, you'll find that you're able to find more success because you're finding more and more people that maybe got home a little bit later in the day that you weren't able to catch during those other prime time hours. So this is the schedule that I've religiously kept throughout the course of my 16, 17-year career in the direct sales industry. And I've been able to find success as I've been able to do this. But the most important thing you have to do is, as I referenced at the beginning, you have to stay very consistent to this schedule. And as you keep consistency with it, and you don't say one day, hey, you know what, I'm gonna take off 30 minutes early, or I'm gonna get there 30 minutes late, but you're there right at 3 o'clock, knocking your first door, clocked in, just like you would with a normal job, all the way through until 30 minutes past dark, whatever time that is throughout the year, you're gonna be able to find a ton of success in the direct sales industry and ultimately be able to change your life simply through keeping consistency with this schedule.